How we all doing? So, I had a really big day today. Hit two stores. So Goodwill does a Wednesday members only text club dealie. Now the trick with it is, it's a coupon for half off any single item in the store. But they don't have a way of checking to see if you used it yet, so you can actually hit multiple Goodwills and use the same coupon. So I hit two today. I hit got this today. This is something I talked about in another video that they'd priced me out on, but with half off, I got it for less. So I think today has the potential to be the single biggest ROI day I've ever had. And I've had some banger days, but I got four items that could be really good. And this is probably on the lower end of the totem pole, but one I can't show you on screen, but I can tell you about, is that I got a French-made child's piano. I've sold child's pianos before. They don't show up frequently, or they do, and perhaps I miss them when they do. They go for big money. So this is an electric piano, battery operated. I think they actually got rid of it at Goodwill because the batteries corroded and it didn't work any longer. I did my vinegar trick with the Q-tips and the screwdriver and the toothbrush, like I did in my video where I explain how to do exactly that, and I got it working. I got that piano for $3 and I've listed it for $50 plus shipping. So I have to adjust that. What did I spend? I spent $12 today, grand total. So far we are at 50. So we'll take that down for now. So this is the next item. This is Dungeon Party. I've learned something having been dealing with board games for a while now. This is my thing. Kickstarter really changed board games in that you could fund a game for, you can fund a lot of stuff on Kickstarter, but when people do video games on Kickstarter, they're asking for millions and millions of dollars. But artists that have an idea for a board game or a card game, they can get it off the ground for 50 grand, 100 grand, and they can get that funded immediately. But the thing I've noticed about Kickstarter games is that you run into them in the wild a lot and they've never been used. And I think it's the idea of people like the concept of something, but they don't actually want it. They wanted to fund the thing to get it off the ground. Maybe it was a friend or a friend of a friend, or they just wanted to be part of something, but then they actually get the item and they think about it and they're like, you know what, I don't actually want this thing. Because it's disproportionate that I run into Kickstarter games that have never been used. So I grabbed this because it has value, and I can tell by the box that it basically had never been touched. So sure enough, we open it up. We have the booklet. We have the coin, which is how you play the game, has never been unsealed. This was never used. I read about it. Interesting concept. It's basically you stack up these coasters and you make a dungeon. And you throw the coin, almost like Pogs, but not quite. You throw the coin and you try to get it to land on the enemy, and that counts as a hit. And you have characters and there's treasures. And it's like it can be a drinking game, but it can also just be a game. I don't know how well it did. It got funded, and Kickstarter, again, like the amounts of money you need are pretty small. And if you get into the right group, it was funded in like 4 hours or something. You got like 100 grand in 4 hours. Let's do this. Let's make this game. But Yeah, and the artwork is, cartoony, but like nice quality. So the whole thing's complete and basically untouched. Now we have to determine value. And there's several different sets. There's retail sets, there's Kickstarter only sets. This is not the Kickstarter version. This is something else. This is starter set. I can't tell if that's, I guess it's an S. Could be a 5. But let's dig into the value. We have a lot of these for sale. And the going rates were good, and that's why I wanted to grab it. Because 43 is not a great deal of anything online. So if I got it at the right price point, I knew I could flip it eventually. So I have this, but this is the Kickstarter one. So mine is some retail one that has a barcode on the back. And they're all self-contained games. They're just different sizes. So this is the one I actually have. So here we got, and mine is brand new, which just, I don't even know if it came sealed, quite frankly. But I'm going with brand new. So we got 29, 31, 35, 28. So we're somewhere around 28, and we'll see how many have sold. So the larger one, this is the larger deluxe version, and that has sold. So we got here for 20, and that's kind of where I thought I would be, is 20 free shipping. So I got it for 3. It is fairly heavy, so I'm only going to get like $8 for it after everything. But that is totally livable. So we calculate it, and then we'll update that and go on to the next item. Determined after shipping, I'm going to make about $11 on that card game. So this, and this is an interesting reseller thing that I run into a lot, is people will say, don't bother looking in the glass case at thrift shops. There's nothing there that you're going to be able to get. So while that is not a terrible rule, you're dealing with human error, and you're dealing with people making decisions that aren't necessarily fiscal ones. So this is a 7-inch Jason Voorhees figure from 1998. Was in the glass case, and I happened to see it when I was waiting in line to buy the piano and the other stuff. And it was in the glass case because they didn't want us to put it on the toy shelf and scare the crap out of little kids, because it's a graphic figure. There's like open wounds, and he's missing an eye. So they threw it in the glass case because they weren't sure what to do with it, but it was $3. So it was absolutely not priced out. I found video games in the glass case that were mislabeled as something else. You got to really determine what your time is worth. A lot of resellers are really into like CDs and movies. To me, the amount of time you spend going through them just isn't worth it. But just peeking in the glass case or asking to see something, I find that to be far more fruitful. And we all do it however you want to do it, you know? But anyway, so this is a McFarlane 1998 Jason Voorhees. It is missing pieces. There's several weapons that are interchangeable. I've got an axe, but he also has a machete, like a harpoon, and I think one other thing. It's not an action figure by any stretch. It's posable, but not built for action. It has articulated hips, but not knees, not feet. This elbow twists, but the arm doesn't move. This hand twists. This elbow pronates. and this arm barely moves. It's just you could spice it up a bit. He was on in the cabinet like that. I think that's a good look for him. So let's take a look at what these are going for. We got 105 for sale. There are some new in box, and that's why I knew what it was supposed to come with. It also has like this weird, it's a stand, and you can see on his feet there's holes to be slotted into a stand, but he stands up just fine. It's really like a backing almost. So a lot of these only have one weapon, and they only have the machete. So I don't know if the axe is going to be good or not. I mean, the machete is the quintessential Jason Voorhees weapon. The harpoon, I'm not even sure what movie that would be from. I'm not a huge horror guy. So just, the axe itself is selling for $10. So a lot of these are new in box, and this is something you run into a lot. And when I talk about like you keeping, you could get new in box stuff, but you have to preserve it or else the value goes down. So look at how yellowed these are. These were in direct sunlight or in a smoker household. If you were going to buy this one, why would you buy this for $80 when you get the exact same thing in a much clearer condition for significantly less? This will never be sold in our lifetime, probably, unless he comes down on the price. So that's interesting. He's missing the mask, and I felt like the mask might come off, but I didn't want to wiggle it to find out. But this is obviously the same figure. It's got to be. Or it's a variant. Oh no, it's a little different. So this has like a blood splat here. The rips are almost the same, but not quite. Unless they took some kind of liberty with it. But yeah, the mask, I felt like it would come off. But I wasn't about to mess with it. So let's look at sold listings and get an idea of, you can pin this down. So the inbox ones, this is out of box with all accessories, and that's 20. We don't have that. This is out of box, no accessories, and that's about 20. Out of box, one weapon, 22. So I'm thinking 20 is going to be about right. And these are selling. I mean, this is out of season for Friday the 13th, but this is a good brand name. Obviously, Jason Voorhees is iconic. So you're getting a growing fan base over the years. And they have some outliers that are going for under 20, but I feel pretty safe listing this at 20. So that's what I will do. I spent $3 on it. So shipping and fees. Looks about right. All right, so I said this might be the most profitable single day, and it really hinges on the last item I'm going to show you. So this doesn't look like much. I found these on my local Goodwill does like little bags, and they hang them up $3. And I couldn't figure out what they were. They looked odd. At first I thought maybe it was some kind of Grand Theft Auto tie-in, because they all look like gang members. But then there are also really weird ones, you know, like this dude with like an American flag and a rifle. I'm like, that's like GTA stuff. Like the weird over the top dudes. There's like a chef guy. And then I couldn't figure out what it was. I was Google image searching the hell out of this bag. And the one that finally clued me into what it was is this devil guy. It says not going to show. Oh, there we go. Devil guy in front of a cactus. And it came back that this is a minifigure series called Homies, which I'd never heard of. Being in rural New Hampshire, we're not really all about homies. But so for $3, I queued up oh, this actually says homies right on it. I queued up eBay, and there are 2,100 of these sold. So this is moving, and there are thousands for sale. There are rare ones that are worth like $10 each. So for $3, even if I just sold this as a giant lot of random homies, I can make money. They sell. So we are gonna go through this and see how many I have. You know, one of the things is like people listing lots from the series, whatever, no duplicates. It seems the religious ones are worth more than others. And if I don't find anything that's immediately like high value, I'll queue into some of these weird ones. Like this guy looks like he's legit sleeping in jail. I might just do it as a giant lot of homies. And because I paid so little for them, I could flip it for pretty substantial money, I'm guessing. Like I said, some of these were going for like $10 each. I'm pretty sure I saw this guy for $8 sold. Now, I don't know how you tell what their name is outside the package, so that's the other reason I might just do that as one giant lot, just to move them out of the way, because otherwise I'm going to be spending way too much time trying to identify these guys. But really just trying to see how many I have. This guy looks like he's missing something. Like he had something in his hand here. Like across his chest. I'll put him up front. I got a lot of these guys. Oops. Well, you don't want to stand up. Why don't I speed this up and I'll lay them all out here. There we have it. Final tally. 56 homies and only 2 duplicates. So I sorted them into homies with occupations, homies that are overweight, female homies, breakdancing homies, homies that are waitresses, homies that are homies, homies that are crazy, homies that are MCs, homies in prison, and homies of no discernible trait. And then 2 that I think are broken. This one is praying, but it looks like he had something on his knees that's gone, and he does not actually sit up. And this guy that looks like he had something there's like leaning on. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to look at rare ones, because there's a lot of these. And my only clue to age is this homie with an occupation graduated in 2002. So chances are these are from that year. And with 56 of them, I think I'm going to do quite well on this. So, 2,900 of these have sold. So this is hot. I have no idea how I never ran into these before, ever. And it may be that they were mixed into something that I just didn't grab. But somebody definitely collected these, and people are still collecting them today. So, the going price, depending on lot size, some of these go for 10 bucks each. I have some of those. So we have American flag dude. He's a $10 guy. This is the guy that looked like he was missing something. He was missing his ice cream cart. So I'm going to include him in a lot possibly, but he's not going to sell for no $15 without his ice cream cart. I don't have the religious set that I saw when I was perusing this. Series 2 Loco Mini, he's right here. He's 10. And I don't know if these are people filling out their sets necessarily. You know, clown figures. I have some, but not these. This lot of 13, I think I have every one except the basketball guy. And that was $19. Big lots sell. This is 66 with some duplicates for $95. And I have 56 with one duplicate. So I'm just going through and looking if there's anything very rare that's fetching ridiculous prices. So this guy is in the Series 6 thing, along with the chained up guy. Had keychains at some point. So if I list this as a single lot, I think it'll do really well. And it'll be very easy to sell because people are obviously buying lots. This is organized by date. This is all yesterday. We haven't gotten to the day before yesterday yet. So these move shockingly well. So the easiest thing on earth for me to do, given the amount of money I put into it, and this is something you will face as a reseller, I could sell this entire lot right now, and I could list it for 70 bucks, and it will go. Almost no doubt. And I will do free shipping, and I paid $3 for it, and I'll make, after fees, probably 58 bucks for no effort whatsoever. The effort is taking a picture. Or I could go through and painstakingly list these, and some of them I'll get 10 bucks for. And down the road, I will make more money. And that's kind of my conundrum right now, is do I want to do this? I don't have to list it right now. I can think about it. And I can do listings of all the clowns. Or all the, all girls. And I can make different lots, or I can pick out individual ones. Like, what is this? Why is this $85? It says rare. So, I'm going to sit on this because I have to decide what I want to do. I'm not going to lose money no matter what. So I'm going to say that at the end of the day, conservatively, that's where we're going to be at. Is this my best single day haul? I think so. I've gotten items, I've gotten several flips that were $2 that I sold for $100, but that's not all in like one day. This was a lot of good stuff. The piano, Jason Voorhees, that was a good pickup. So 4 pickups at this price point is pretty solid. So I'm going to have to go through these individually, I think, and really see what I could do, and then probably, I'm guessing right now I'm going to put together a lot, 40, and sell them for like $50, and then individually price out the rest. I think that's the smartest way to do this, and it's going to take time, and I'm going to do it not on stream, because you probably don't want to see me painstakingly go through Google Lens to identify all of these. And if you do, I don't know, that's like ASMR territory. You could do better, is what I'm saying. But I appreciate you all, and like and subscribe if you enjoy this reseller content. And I shall see you next time.